Then when I went on my Texas Chainsaw Massacre marathon, it's weird to watch that because that's like Matthew McConaughey. What? Can you not hear? Is it quiet? Is it better?
Yeah.
Okay. It's Matthew McConaughey's like first film.
Yes.
Other than like Dazed and Confused and whatnot, but like you really see like the dude is acting his ass off in that movie, like in a good way. Like you can see watching it, you're like, this guy is levels above this movie.
Like he's too good for it.
Yeah, like his commitment to the character and his like, I gotta say, probably has to be some like improvised moments in the movie as well. He's just so terrifying in it, is the best way to put it, in a psychotic way.
Who is he?
He's like the main villain next to he's like Leatherface's brother.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'd watch it just for that.
Yeah.
That's cool. Where'd you watch it?
A streaming service. I forget which one. I can't remember. I think maybe it was Peacock.
Okay.
But yeah.
I'd watch it just for that. I mean, I'm all about Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah. I mean, he comes in a little late, but like he's so good. Honestly, it would be worth it just to kind of like get a little bit of the premise at the beginning because the movie's bad. It's really bad. It's also one of Renee Zellweger's first films too.
I mean, we also just found out Scream 2 is not great there at the end.
No, but Scream 2, I never thought Scream 2 was good at the end there.
I didn't know anything. I didn't remember anything about it really. Just that Timothy Olyphant was in it.
Yeah, I could tell you, I could go scene by scene for almost every Scream movie for you.
Well, it's like, oh no, she's caught under the rubble of the theater rocks.
The styrofoam, you mean?
Oh no!
You know those aren't real rocks, right?
Fuck out of here.
It's a lot of these movies. It's kind of like you're not like you might catch it your first time around, but then it's like more like wait a second, time out.
And then the older it gets, too, you're
exactly.
like, oh boy. Well, that's a good segue.
Yeah,
This is Tommy.
this is Jacob.
This is Tommy and Jacob's mixtape.
Ah.
Do you think it's free to get that?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
If it's open, what's it called?
Open source. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if Carpenter has a copyright on that. Or no, the studio probably has a copyright on it.
Well, happy Halloween, everyone.
Ooh, it is actually Halloween today.
You are listening to this, and it is Halloween. And so we decided to talk about Halloween.
It's going to turn into more than that, but it is.
But yes, it's a jumping off point.
It is I think it's a good jumping off point.
But to be specific, we're talking about the film from 1978, Halloween.
Yes.
We're not going to talk about the holiday as a whole.
No. The history.
Welcome to our TED Talk about Halloween. Or All Hallows Eve.
Dear.
Created by the candy companies to sell candy. It's a conspiracy.
Why can't I remember?
By the way, I am very disappointed that you didn't like my rant about Hocus Pocus. I was rereading that because it made me laugh really hard.
Because we've had that conversation before.
I don't remember having that conversation
We've had that
before.
conversation
But it was also
before.
funny, the text.
Yeah.
The
No, everything that you sent, I was like, we've had this conversation before.
I don't remember having that conversation.
Oh, that's what happened. So for me, I was like, you're realizing it again. Good job. But where are we at? Sorry, I was trying to remember what the hell the Spanish Day of the Dead was. Derailed.
I don't remember now. I'm blanking now.
Well, we're talking about Halloween, but we're going to be talking about more than just Halloween, the movie Halloween. But we can start off, I guess. Well, let's just kick it off with our connection.
Oh, yeah. Last week, our connection was Gal Gadot to Octavia Spencer. You start because mine's kind of a cop-out.
Oh, did you use...
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I didn't use any of the superhero shit. But so Octavia Spencer is in Shape of Water, which we just did, with Richard Jenkins, who is in Step Brothers with Will Ferrell, who is in Old School with Vince Vaughn, who is in Wedding Crashers with Isla Fisher, who was in Keeping Up with the Joneses with Gal Gadot.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, then mine is Spencer in The Help with Viola Davis and Suicide Squad with Affleck in Justice League with Gal Gadot.
There you go.
I did it just a few minutes ago, so I needed something to put on the paper.
Hey, you got something. Mine was fun.
Yeah.
That was like pulling it out. I was like, wait a second.
Oh, yeah. And so what we do at the end of each episode is we randomly generate 2 stars, and then we connect them via co-stars and other titles they were in. So at the end of this episode, we'll randomly generate 2 more, and you can play along in the comment section. So we'll let you know who we come up with at the end.
So we are still going to do just a quick little mini idea review of the 78 Halloween to kind of talk about just the jumping off points of that. So do we want, for those who don't know, what's the synopsis, Tommy?
Oh, crazed man hunts down
escaped a sane asylum
patient hunts down babysitters in his free time.
Yeah, okay, sure.
I guess
I like it.
I wrote down the spot for it. I just didn't put anything there.
I mean, I like the it's bad description thing more. Yeah. Did you also? We kind of talked about it, but did you enjoy it?
Not really. I found it really boring.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why it turned into this, is just because horror is just such an interesting genre to go and look back at, because out of all of these OG guys, Jason, Freddy, blah blah blah, all those, Michael is my favorite one.
Yeah, keep going.
No, go ahead.
No, you keep going.
Okay.
Was that the other your thought?
Michael's my favorite one.
Well, you always kind of end it like you're going to keep saying more.
Well, because I can explain more.
Yeah.
But I'm curious what your question was going to be, because I'm wondering if that ties in.
No.
No. All right. Well, thank you for listening.
No, I was going to say timeout, and I had another question. Okay. I was just going to quickly ask if you watched that IGN slasher horror, or that slasher history thing I sent you.
Not yet, no.
Okay.
Because when you had sent that, we left to go outside for a second.
Yeah.
I ended up jumping a car. For someone.
Okay.
So by the time I saw it, it was very late. And I just didn't. Anyways. No.
Michael Myers is your favorite.
Michael Myers is my favorite because I find him to be the most interesting because of how vague he is. He is the shape. He is the boogeyman. He is the embodiment of evil on Earth.
It's interesting. He's so vague, but then you give him all of these descriptors because...
No, but I mean, like, he doesn't have a personality. He has these characteristics, but he doesn't really speak. He doesn't... Mm-hmm. You never really get to know what he looks like, you know.
It's kind of the same with Jason. A lot of people...
Yeah, but Jason is overtly become supernatural.
Yes.
Michael Myers has this kind of...
He becomes supernatural,
but like not
like a zombie.
Yeah, not explicitly a zombie. He is just so evil that he can tap into the forces of evil, and I don't know why I like that.
Well, and the
idea that he sprints everywhere.
In the fourth one, they actually create like a weird like psychic connection between him and like a relative thing.
Oh.
Yeah, no, they get supernatural starting at 4, 5, and I think 6 is the last one of it.
That's what I was saying the other night about franchises need to be stopped. Another case in point of too many.
Well, let's just do our quick little bit above Halloween, and then we can kind of really get into what we really want to talk about, which is, horror movies in general.
Yes.
So yeah, this came out 1978, October 25th. It was a independent film. Directed by John Carpenter. Box office wise for 1978, it was number 10, made 47 million. So it really launched Carpenter's career,
Well, yeah, I just realized too, it's funny they're watching The Thing.
The Thing from Another Planet?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't pick that up?
No, I just thought of that.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, they're watching The Thing from Another Planet. And yeah, John Carpenter did The Thing.
Which I think is my favorite John Carpenter movie.
The Thing?
I like The Thing a lot.
Not The Big Trouble in Little China?
No, not really. Yeah, no. I got beet juice on my face.
Yes, you do.
It's fiber. Yeah, I think... No, I mean, Big Trouble in Little China is really fun. That's a very fun movie.
Yeah.
But it's not something I could really rewatch over... I'm not really... Maybe it's because I've seen it more. I'm not really interested in watching Big Trouble in Little China. But The Thing I want to watch again.
They Live is my favorite one.
Oh, that was weird. Okay, so real quick, I'm sorry. This is a tangent, but it's a fun one. doing notes, sitting there watching Bob's Burgers just as a filler. They're making they randomly make a They Live joke as I'm reading about They Live.
Awesome.
Which is just, that was weird. And then I'm still doing notes, and then the next episode comes on, and the very first joke is a Grease joke, released 1978.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. I just thought it was weird little coincidences for that very particular moment.
We live in a simulation. Yeah.
Take my money.
Actually, really quick. Speaking of 78, did you do a movie count for 78? How many did you have?
7.
7. I had 3 that I'd actually seen, but like 10 that I know. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, those 7 that I actually saw, which I was very surprised by. I was like, oh.
So yeah, John Carpenter. There's a lot of history to this movie with John Carpenter and the filming of it and whatnot. There's the William Shatner mask. The Michael Myers mask is a William Shatner mask, just spray painted white. John Carpenter is the composer for it. Co-written with Debra Hill, who he also co-wrote Escape from L.A. with.
Well, and they were dating at the time.
Yeah,
I found out.
Halloween 2.
Well, the reason too that we're gonna kind of do this differently, because there are certain movies that just are kind of quintessential movie podcast review things that people do. So we thought it'd be more interesting to use this as a branching off point on just the evolution of, I guess,
more the slasher film in general.
Slasher in general, but it's like, rather than just do what was the joke I made? Did you know that Aragon broke his foot when he kicked the helmet?
Yeah.
Rather than do that thing. So yeah, we're just gonna kind of blow through this real quick.
And then we have introducing Jamie Lee Curtis, who weirdly looks 19 and 45 at the same time. And she always has, ever since I was a little kid. I was like, I just didn't think Jamie Lee Curtis aged. Like, even in True Lies in the mid 90s, she still looks exactly the same as she did in 1978.
Yeah.
Just with short hair.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing that looked the weirdest about her, is having long hair.
The big hair.
Big 70s hair.
Yeah.
Like, because she's had just that short little butch little pixie thing for
so long.
A million 90s, years. Yeah.
Now was still,
Yeah, she still rocks it,
Yeah.
She's literally had the same haircut for majority of her life.
And it's like, because I think she started that in the 80s with Trading Places, even though she wore a wig. Her hair was naturally short. Anyhow, and then just also Donald Pleasence, who plays R. Loomis. This movie weirdly was kind of like a resurgence for his acting career. And I think out of like just the thank for working to John Carpenter, he continued playing Loomis in all of the Halloween movies moving forward. And also, we got to say, when we're talking about this, we're not going to talk about Halloween 3 very much, Season of the Witch, because Michael Myers is not in it, and it has nothing to do with Haddonfield, Indiana, or Michael Myers at all. And if you want to know more about that, look it up. I'm not going down that rabbit hole right now. You did find some reviews.
Yeah.
I hope, did you find some OG ones?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I only picked the OG ones.
Oh, I was kind of hoping you would have like a retrospective one too.
I mean, I know there is one on here.
Yeah.
I can read that too. So on Metacritic, this has a 90, which comes to universal acclaim.
My score is 7.7 on IMDb, 97 tomato meter, and an 89 popcorn.
Sweet. Wow. That's really high. So yeah, 19 positive, 1 mixed, 1 negative. So like the most recent, more recent review at the Austin Chronicle, who gave it 100. Not entirely without some laughable or dated scenes, Halloween remains an original that comes to inspire a genre and probe middle America's fears about what's really lurking in the laundry room after midnight. And then our guy,
Ebert,
which is only surprising too, because Ebert has been very, very vocal about hating the slasher genre for most of his career when he was alive.
Yeah,
this
because
is
of what it became.
This is no, not even what it was. Just in the beginning too. He just didn't like Black Christmas and stuff like that.
Black Christmas is also garbage.
But this is the one that made him realize. Because he gave it. Well, on this it's 100. Ebert wrote, Halloween is an absolute merciless thriller with a movie so violent and scary that yes, I would compare it to Psycho.
Yeah,
Ebert really liked it, which was just weird at the time too, because he was just like,
he's comparing it to Psycho, which is the mother.
I'm just saying it's like, this is what made him realize, you actually can do something with this genre.
It's not just a one-off like Hitchcock.
Yeah.
Well, and it's also I mean, you got Psycho, and then you have a lot more of like in Italy and a whole slasher like movement happening in the late 60s, early 70s. and then you don't really get like pseudo. It's a kind of like Black Christmas is like a pseudo slasher because
I've never seen it, so
I just watched it the other night, and holy god,
isn't there a remake?
Maybe.
Okay.
I can't remember unless you're thinking of Silent Night, Deadly Night. Which is also bad.
Silent Night with Keira Knightley is really good.
Yes, you've brought that up. But Black Christmas and a big one I'm going to bring up through this is Texas Chainsaw Massacre, where those are kind of, it's like Psycho and then those two in American cinema, and then we have Halloween, and that's when the boom happened. You know, and you generally need like a really well-made film to start a boom like that to make people interested, you know?
Yeah, well, and then to make people interested in making them.
Exactly, yeah. You know? But what else you got?
For the...
Oh, did you read Ebert's?
Yeah.
Oh.
The Psycho?
Oh, yeah.
Like, you just went on a whole tangent about that. 50... Variety... Excuse me. Staff uncredited at Variety, who gave it a 50. After a promising opening, Halloween becomes just another maniac on the loose suspenser. However, despite the prosaic plot, director John Carpenter has timed the film's gore so that the 93-minute item is packed with enough thrills.
It's weird to think that back in 78, they said that was packed with enough thrills.
No, it's also crazy they say that's gore.
Right.
Like, I don't know. Just that whole thing made me think of that Kyle Kinane joke where he's talking about the Jack the Ripper bit. Jack the Ripper is rumored to have 3 victims.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, this is a weird time to get USA about it, but 3? We got someone killing 3 people right now, baby. Anyways, sorry. And then the negative with a 37 at the Washington Post by Gary Arnold. Halloween is a stab at a derivative minor classic. It's apparent where Carpenter got his horror movie devices and a minor misfortune that he hasn't been able to synthesize them in a fresh or exciting way.
Interesting.
So basically, the exact opposite of what everyone else said.
Yeah. And you know what's interesting is that in retrospect, that's actually kind of a weirdly right or more accurate. I don't know. It's weird because this movie is really, really slow. And you were getting really annoyed with the music kind of like directing you at like the feeling you're supposed to have. But that makes sense for late 70s.
Yeah, and also that's just annoying to me in general.
Yeah.
I'm very, I guess sensitive is a weird word, but sensitive to score because I don't like them telling you how to feel via music. Which I know is I feel like a contradictory thing because
it's what music is supposed to do. The score is supposed to do, but it's supposed to do it subtly,
not heavy-handed.
But that's also kind of the thing for this movie specifically, and what they ended up doing in future horror movies is they were using the sound as a device to startle you as well.
Yeah, that got me twice in this movie, even though I knew he was going to be popping out at a certain point just because of how slashers work. The music is what got me, and I also don't like that. Is it just you don't like that feeling, or does you just think it's a cop out? Like, what do you think? I think it's a jump scare. It's a cheap way to get, because even then,
but when it first started, it wasn't a cheap way, Like,
well, I know,
but then now it's become that.
Yeah, but that's part of this review process that we do is we talk about the dated does it still stand on its, like with Who Framed Roger Rabbit, where like that movie still stands on its own in a great way, even though it's as old as it is. But like, this is what I was thinking. And again, it's so stupid because it is, it started this new wave. And what I mean is with like the music, the creepy thing, the thing I like about Michael is that he's kind of got the Batman thing. That's actually kind of what it is. He's like the Batman of serial killers because of the fact that you never know where he is. He's constantly watching. It's that thing in the new Batman where the bad guys are looking into the shadows and they're just imagining him there. And that enough fear for them to not do crime, and that's kind of what Michael is. And that's what I like about him. But even with this, it's like a Halloween movie would be really fun, or a guy like Michael, in the sense of if you could do that, where you could show him, like when Laurie's looking out at the backyard and then do the music and he's right there front and center. It'd be more fun to kind of Where's Waldo him because he is this stalker and everything like that.
Well, that's what it did turn into. Like,
Well, even the newest ones didn't really. I mean, the newest
ones, he's just fucking tanking it.
He's a fucking 70-year-old man on PCP or some shit. Like, when I was doing the math, I was like, wait a minute. He's 23 in this, which means that that is a tank of an old dude.
Yeah.
Like, just fucking.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I came to realize I don't like that time
difference
jump.
Mm-hmm.
That does bug me in the newest ones, but that's neither here nor there. No, because it's like, God, what is this? There was this one movie I watched a while back. And it was a ghost movie, but it takes place at a shelter for women. And I think it's like called like No One Leaves Alive. I would have to look it up. But anyway, so I'm sorry. That's such a terrible thing to do on a movie review podcast. There's this one movie
that I don't remember.
One drink at a bar. It was blue. But anyways, the point I'm trying to make is like this was just a cool device. In this movie, you're following this woman in this haunted house, basically. Mm-hmm. And if you pay close enough attention, pretty much the entire movie, she is being watched by spirits, but you have to find them.
Oh, you've brought this up to me.
Yeah, and it was that. I just thought the movie wasn't great, but I thought that was the coolest thing.
Well, and that's the thing is that you end up getting these little bits of inspiration from movie. Like Black Christmas is really bad, but its use of perspective, like you see the perspective of the killer, which was introduced before Black Christmas, but Black Christmas kind of like made it more. Well, I mean, it was introduced Psycho, but Black Christmas just like was able to use like sound in a really new way, and it's like it also it's considered a gore fest, even though it's not for for today's standards, but just like the woman dead, suffocated to death in the attic is like an iconic scene, And then you have also same year, Toby Hopper's Texas Chainsaw Massacre is so much more than just like your run of the mill like horror. It's a horror movie. Like Leatherface is absolutely terrifying in it. The way that tension is set up through that movie, with picking up the hitchhiker who like cuts his hand and everybody freaks out, and just like everything builds to all of a sudden this moment where they're at Leatherface's house, and it just keeps escalating.
Is the Jessica Biel one just a remake?
Yeah.
See, that's also something that I have an issue with, is that there's just so many remakes and reboots and this and that. I have a hard time keeping track of it's like
the Jessica Biel one. It's not a bad remake, but it takes like.
I mean, I just remember being a young man and Jessica Biel was in it.
Oh, bro.
I was in love with Jessica Biel.
Let me tell you something.
When I was a young man.
She's running around in a fucking white
tank top. I do remember that.
Yeah, with the rain coming down.
Well,
But the thing I'm trying to say is Toby Hopper, God damn it. The escalation of that movie, because it just, I forgot what I was saying. I lost it, actually.
Oh,
sorry.
No, that was my bad. I derailed you. I didn't mean to.
Yeah. My brain just completely shut down. Halloween. Okay. Okay. Let's talk about the iconic moments in this.
Okay.
And I guess like also the big thing is with this movie, we get the final girl. Mm-hmm. And also it's like, it kind of like establishes what this movie is pioneered and establishes what every single slasher movie moving forward will be. Mm-hmm. You have your final girl. You have a villain who is charismatic enough in their own weird way that they want to take a franchise out of it, and you have the rules of if you're
no drinking, no sex.
Yeah, the immorality leading to mortality, and this if you're sex free, you are free from death.
Which is only funny too, because I was reading like a whole thing about that.
Carpenter
Hill.
Hill.
Like, the fuck are you talking about?
Carpenter Hill were like, that we weren't writing about.
It's like you're reading into that.
It's like people really read into it and then ran with it.
Yeah. It was just crazy.
Yeah.
They're like,
Well, because like we got to think like is in the timeline of super popular, probably the most well-known franchises. Obviously, we have Texas Chainsaw Massacre that predates this, but Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 isn't until like 1986. Mm-hmm. And that's when they really turned Leatherface into a clown type character more than anything. You have 1978 Halloween introducing Michael Myers, and then you have 1980 Friday the 13th, which isn't technically introducing Jason Voorhees. It's introducing Mrs. Voorhees. I forget her name. But it also follows that whole. It's kind
impurity.
Well, it's like instead of like Michael Myers is like going after babysitters for being bad, now it's camp counselors wanting to fuck each other, and it's like going after that. And then you have 1984 Nightmare on Elm Street, where that plays a lot more in the sense of this is where your main villain has a more of an interesting character, and the slasher elements, it's like there's still the final girl. You still have like the immorality to mortality and like the, sexual stuff and whatnot. But it's not as implemented in it like what a lot of other slashers do. Nightmare on Elm Street is a horror movie about a child predator coming into your dreams. For revenge of how he feels he's been misdone, And then 1988, you get Child's Play, where that doesn't even really have a lot of that.
No, not really.
Because that is literally just a serial killer who, again, this is now the villain is now the more interesting character, and a serial killer who, by some black mysticism, puts his soul into the doll of a good guy doll, and then he becomes weirdly immortal because of it. But then slowly is becoming mortal as the doll too. Some weird.
Yeah, because like fleshy.
It's really weird. It's a
That's a weird evolution.
Yeah,
that Chucky had.
Well, no, he starts having that in the first one.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like it's really weird because he like the voodoo magic that he's doing, and he goes and like meets with like the dude that taught him the.
Well, because I remember like when they take off his like back panel and he has like you can see his like a spine and his ribs and stuff.
I think that's way later on.
That's like Bride of Chucky. Or
yeah, that's way later on. Yeah,
yeah. I just remember.
No, this is like in like the first one. It's like maybe it's in the second one when it starts happening. Now I'm starting to blend them, but yeah, no, he slowly starts becoming a little bit more human. It's in the third one where you find out that.
Well, I mean, he can have a child.
Yeah, the seed of Chucky.
Yeah. Thought of that too,
right, dude? I know it's wild.
That's a wild franchise.
Yeah, but that's one of those franchises as well that they saw the ridiculousness of what everything had become and wanted to lean into it.
Yeah,
because then you have in 1996 Scream and Wes Craven redoing it again. Because 78 John Carpenter gives us Halloween. And then you have Wes Craven in 1984 kind of rebranding the slasher film to be more of like a character, like the main villain being like the interesting guy, Freddy Krueger being, moving forward. And then 1996, after this just oversaturated market of slasher films that have its unique, killer with their weapon and what have you, now it's let's make commentary about it while it's happening.
Well, I mean, even like, Scream is interesting, mainly because of the fact that there is like Ghostface as the whole. It's kind of like the Batman thing. It's like there's Ghostface, but Ghostface is always someone else, but Ghostface is a symbol.
Yeah, exactly. It's anonymous.
Yeah. And then people just adopt this persona. It's the Phantom. It's always a different. I just thought that was interesting.
Well, and that's kind of like that's what makes Ghostface iconic throughout that franchise as well, because it turns into, like I was saying the other night, a whodunit.
Yeah.
You're at the beginning of the film, you're starting just constantly like, oh, who could it be? And you don't really learn to necessarily do that until properly the third one. Because even in the second one, you're just kind of like, oh, like, but they died. Who could this be? This is so weird. Well, and then it isn't until Randy's explaining the rules of a copycat and the idea of a sequel, Well,
that's why I was saying that night about just, and this is a perfect genre to talk about it. They need to be stopped. The franchises need to be stopped.
But that's the thing is that they make so much money.
Yeah, because it's like it's this weird like addiction that we're like, well, I'm gonna go see. It's like the new Jurassic World. I'm so not interested in it, but I'm gonna watch it because I like dinosaurs. And it's the same thing with the horror movies, but it's just like that. Like, it inherently, because of what a horror movie is, and you always have to one up yourself. That is how it works, because of the fact that it's kind of like an adrenaline junkie. And it's like Scream, perfect example.
Saw.
Yeah, but like Scream, I was gonna say, from a writing standpoint, is a perfect example because of the fact that ending was so cool. To find out that there were two of them the whole time, you killed the boyfriend, and he still popped up, and and then the whole idea of that, like, you kind of have Billy who's doing it for this revenge kick, and then you have Steve, right? Stu, who's just kind of a psycho, and this is kind of his toady.
And in love with Billy.
Yeah,
and there's coded.
Yeah, it's some kind of coded.
Both of those actors have admitted, like, oh no, that's we 100% believe that they were a couple. Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, so it's like that, and then then every Scream after is doing the watch a twist, where you're like, it's so much of a convoluted twist. It's not even a twist anymore, because you go, who else could it be?
Well, it's interesting is that, okay.
I haven't been surprised by a Scream movie, even the newest ones. I was just like, no shit.
One of them, 4, had a twist. I was like, oh, okay. Still wasn't surprised, but I was surprised, but I wasn't like, what? Yeah. I was like, okay, all right.
Like the first, Scream 1 is one of those I wish I could.
Oh, I'd love to erase all
and rewatch it just blank. Yeah, because I remember being a kid and watching that, going, what? Like that being like, what?
Also, great fucking callback in this. So in the car in Halloween, Jesus Don't Fear the Reaper is playing while they're smoking the J. And then.
What did you say? Jesus Don't Fear the Reaper?
Jesus Don't Fear the Reaper.
It's just Don't Fear the Reaper.
Is it just?
Yeah,
is it just?
Blue Oyster
Cult, yeah. Don't Fear the Reaper.
Yeah, just Don't Fear the Reaper.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Anyway, yeah, so Don't Fear the Reaper. But in Scream, when Billy comes up into the house and like he's convincing Sydney to like kind of fool around, it's a very like acoustic light cover of Don't Fear the Reaper playing. And it's also, I don't know, just like, it's like that song fits so well for horror. And you don't notice it's that song until you hear the la, la, la,
well, it's because it's creepy, but not.
Well, but it's kind of like romantic at the time too.
Well, because it's like the song doesn't get really creepy until that bridge part, and then the build up.
Romeo and Juliet.
No, the like guitar and the instrumental build up. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, the very end.
Yeah. Where, like that's when it gets really
like climax of it all.
Yeah, that's where it really gets like spooky sounding, because it gets all.
I don't know. It gets kind of more chaotic to me, but I guess.
But you know what I mean.
But.
I don't know. It's just like, but like going back to Halloween, and like looking back at how dated it is, just the amount of times that you could be like,
oh, the iconic scenes. That's what I wanted to talk about.
Yes, that is what you. But it's just like, it's that we talk about with older movies, is that they just don't, they didn't, audiences change and just start noting things. Like when Bob gets murdered and somehow the girlfriend doesn't hear anything.
That's one of the things I wanted to bring up, because
it's like shit like that.
It's like these iconic scenes that influence, and so many people are going to, see that scene and want to create, a new character or want to do an homage to it. Because like in Psycho, the shower scene, and you're just like, it's the light going around, the screaming, the blood of the swirl, the knife entering and exiting the frame and whatnot, which is John Carpenter does a callback to at the beginning
when Michael kills his
the POV
sister.
Of killing his sister. Yeah. But when
I could see that at the time being very upsetting.
Oh, very much
to be in the perspective of the killer,
and then to find out that it's a kid,
and then killing the naked woman. That's just such a
so vulnerable, yeah.
And I could see at the time in 1978 being in the eyes like,
oh, dude,
yeah, I could see that.
Like, I know I want to continue with what I'm thinking here, but like that's also 1974 when Texas Chainsaw came out. Like today's standards, it's still kind of slow, like Halloween. It's creepy. I still think there's moments that are very tense in Texas Chainsaw, but still very outdated. My dad told me, I remember him telling a story, going and seeing that in the theaters, not knowing what he was seeing as like a young, like 12-year-old kid, and terrifying the shit out of him, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, that scene where that entire scene of him killing
Bob.
I thought it was Bill.
Bob.
Well, he picks him up. You get the semblance of like how terrifying Michael is as he like chokes out Annie, you know?
Yeah.
And then, you know, slices her, you know, throat or side of her throat, whatever. But he picks this man up with one hand.
Which I hate, but yes.
Well, that's the thing. It's like it's showing the intimidating, weird force that Michael Myers is.
Yeah.
And it's establishing a thing about him.
It's like, well, the reason I was saying that too is because I was thinking about how I was complaining about that Invisible Man, you know, and he's just a tech bro. Yeah. And it's like, I think that's why I find that's what I was saying earlier is why Michael's interesting is because, and then there's pieces of his lore that is just enough to eat the carrot. Even like Loomis, the doctor coming around.
He's like, he's the fucking devil. We gotta stop.
The doctor is literally sworn to protect life. That is how he gets sworn in to protect people. And he's like, fuck this guy. I get my hands on him, I'm shooting him. I'm putting this dog down.
He's Dumbledore in Goblet of Fire. Harry, did you put your name in Goblet of Fire?
Yeah, you know, and it's like, that's a really great tool. That's a great device. Is this doctor is like, And it's like,
we need to stop this too.
The law is we're going to take him in front of the judge, yada, yada, yada. The second he's out, he's like, it's hunting season.
Yeah.
It's rabbit
He's
season.
Elmer and Michael Myers is Bugs Bunny.
Yeah. And that's a really great tool of making, of showing the threat that is Michael without overtly at that point showing him even doing anything.
Yeah. Well,
because you don't really see Michael do a whole lot.
No.
He's kind of just
a shape.
Standing. He's kind of just standing
he's
around and sprinting from one location to the next.
But that's again, like with him picking him up and he holds up the most unrealistic part of that entire sequence really is how he stabs him through with the kitchen knife and the guy doesn't just like collapse off of it, you know, the weight of everything.
Yeah, I know, but also that kitchen knife was like,
and that's the thing as well, is that when you fabricate into your head how that would be possible for that kitchen knife to hold that man up, for how slowly he just pushed that knife in and then in through the wall like he's hanging a portrait type thing, and then to step back and you just get that shot of Michael just like admiring it. Just
well, that's also something interesting,
which it adds so much character about Michael Myers without any dialogue or anything. You just the terrifying force of who this man is.
Well, like he's not, you know, like Loomis says, he doesn't even he calls him it. And, but it's like something that I like two movies off the top of my head, Van Helsing and Equilibrium, right? I bring up those because there are two characters in that talk about not having emotion.
Okay.
But yet they show
emotion
a lot of the time, where you're like, well, Dracula, I feel no love. And you're like, you're feeling something. Something's going on.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be outbursting right now.
You're having an outburst, sir. And then Christian Bale in Equilibrium, same thing. He has a couple moments in there where he's like, I don't feel emotion. And you're like, then you wouldn't be doing that if there was no emotion behind it. Michael actually is, when Loomis is talking, he goes, though his description of walking into 6-year-old Michael, and then his, like, again, really quick scene, really quick dialogue. Really great.
The 8 years I spent trying
the first day I walked in and there was this pale, blank child with black eye. You know, he just does this quick little timeline for us, which I thought was great because it just is all the key things you need to know, and it didn't feel weird.
It's expertly performed by
it's wonderfully acted. It didn't feel, it was completely spoon feeding you knowledge, but it didn't feel like it was spoon feeding you knowledge.
But you feel this fear inside of
Loomis. Like Loomis is actually more important of a character than pretty much anyone else.
Yeah.
Because of the fact he's our narrator without being our narrator.
And he's our hero, really.
Yeah, I was reading controversy about that. People didn't like that she got saved because of the fact that she's like, I don't know. There's actually a lot.
Oh yeah,
of stuff about this,
dude. Yeah, this movie has been dissected.
Yeah, and I was like, I kind of started checking out when when Carpenter's like, nah. I was
Yeah,
like,
when you got the director being like, I didn't mean to do any of that. It's cool.
you're projecting.
It's like, it's cool that you guys found that and you're feeling that and it's inspiring more stuff. Awesome.
Not my intention.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh, so there's like, the fact that we actually do have Michael that shows no emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Even when he gets stabbed, doesn't he really seem to get angry?
Yeah. He just kind of goes like, oh, fuck.
Like, didn't like that,
Yeah.
So
he doesn't even make a sound.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like he is literally just an emotionless killing machine. It does beg the question of, though, why is he killing then?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Like, what is his compulsion? But then it's like that again turns him back to being more human when he's not. He is.
Yeah, we're trying to take the human out of him to create the monster.
He is literally
he's the boogeyman.
He is an embodiment of evil on Earth.
Yeah,
that is what he is.
Yes,
that is where his supernatural aspect. Because he has his one purpose in life is to kill.
And it's like you can't really do it again like that. It's like that's what makes these for every slasher moving forward. You have Jason, who becomes the face of the franchise. Yeah. But Jason has an automatic personality because we know that his whole thing is the camp counselors didn't take care of him. So it's that he's actually killing people out of passion.
Yeah.
And then for Freddy, his is all about revenge as well, but in a different way. It's about taking the children away from the women.
Sadistic revenge.
Yeah.
He's a sadist. He likes pain and hurting people because he was like that when he was alive, and now he likes that in death. Mm-hmm. But Michael is just this enigma. He's a
vessel. He's a vessel of evil for us to project our fears onto.
To project our fears of what's bumping in the night.
Yeah,
he's almost like he's almost a force of nature, kind of, and that's why I think he's interesting because he is just this enigma. He is this mystery man, and it's just kind of interesting too. It's like. You kind of
see, and everything you're saying right there is exactly why John Carpenter didn't want to continue doing like Michael Myers movies, the Halloween series. Because John Carpenter has nothing to do. He gets I think a credit for characters created by him, paycheck and what have you. But after Season of the Witch, John Carpenter is just done. He sold the property. He sold the rights of Michael Myers to the studio to do what they want with.
Yeah, and
Lord, did they do?
I mean, I like the new 3. I don't like the last one. I take that back. There are elements to the new 3 that are very cool. And I mean, elements in the sense of, and one of them, there's a cool premise of mob mentality that I really like.
Yeah, that one was really good.
And then there's an amazing shot of Michael going house to house, and you're like a trick-or-treater on the street watching him through the windows.
You're just slaughtering people.
That was one of the cool.
It's so terrifying.
I remember being like, holy shit, that was cool.
And you see why I cheer for the girls to die at the beginning of Scream?
Still don't understand that. Because that was just watching Jenna Ortega get the shit kicked out of her. No, I meant the shot. It's like the same thing. What was that movie?
It's like
hated?
Old Boy, the cinematography.
Like Malignant.
Yeah. Oh,
when she's being chased around the house,
such
and it's
a wild scene.
That dollhouse thing. I was like, that alone makes the movie worth watching.
Yeah.
This 10-minute long sequence because that was fucking sick.
Who was that? Was what's his name that did Saw, right?
Yeah.
Why am I forgetting his name?
I'm totally blanking.
John
Cho? No.
Look it up. Just look it up. Leigh Whannell and
James Wan.
Yeah,
I was like, we'll get there.
I mean, even just going into that the spin-off of what because now there's slashers that are just all just about the over the top gore, like Terrifier,
Thanksgiving,
Thanksgiving.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the one with the pilgrim.
Patrick Dempsey.
Well, are you talking about the one that came out in the last couple of years?
The last couple of years,
yeah. I think it was called Thanksgiving, I want to say.
I watched it.
I actually haven't seen it yet.
You haven't seen it?
No, yeah, I should watch it.
Dude, there's some kills in there that are
and then
wild.
Terrifier,
Yeah.
with Art the Clown.
Well, actually, Terrifier is an interesting conversation to have because because of these OG guys, you get into a point where it's okay, Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
That's Jason. He's kind of more. He's Jason. Yeah. He's got a mix between Jason and Michael, and that's what I mean. Is what I get. The point I'm getting at is it's interesting because you make you let's say you want to do another slasher and you're like, I kind of like Halloween, but there's things I want to change, like what I was saying. There's things I want to change about it, and I want to be more like, where's Waldo? I want him a little more hidden, a little more stalkery, a little more predatory in the sense of, you don't put him center camera. There he is. And it's like, it would just, at that point, become pigeonholed, and people would automatically be like, oh, well, this is just a ripoff of Michael Myers, or this is just that. But it's like Terrifier, what's his name? Art is he's not original, but he kind of is, because he has become an icon.
He's original in the sense of what
he is,
but he
like
is
a demon clown.
Yeah, well, and he's a clown, that he's also a mime. He's silent.
Yeah.
Which
but he's also kind of funny.
He's hilarious.
But you know what I mean? It's like it's because of these big name, the big heavy hitters in this. That
100%. Yeah.
If you wanted to make your own, you have to do something pretty out there at this point. Like even the Creeper, that one's pretty interesting. But that's not even, that's getting into monsters.
Well, and then you have like on the other side of it, like, because now like a lot of slasher, it's like there's a huge comedy element to it, because you can't really take them seriously.
Because they're stupid.
But then calm down, jeez. Because I was gonna say, we have a fun one. You have a newer one like Happy Death Day.
Never seen it.
Wait, oh man. So that one's fun because it takes...
It's the Groundhog Day.
Yeah, it takes the Groundhog Day element into...
Jeffrey really liked that one.
It's fun.
He talked to me about that.
It's really, really fun. And you gotta also put yourself into her, shoes, that she is dying again and again and again and again.
Freaky Friday? Is that what it was called? Freaky.
Oh yeah, with
that
Vince
one's fun.
Vaughn and yeah.
People shit on that one. That one was fun.
I still haven't seen that one.
The
either.
body swap?
Yeah, that
was
one.
Good.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fine. It was fun.
Yeah, because that's Olivia Newton, right?
Yeah.
You see, that's the thing, is that people have found interesting, fresh, new ways to do the slasher genre for modern audiences.
Well, and then I also think that in the 2000s, they did a couple of things where they took things that weren't, like House of Wax.
Which is a remake.
Yeah, but they took House of Wax, where there's this guy that goes around and makes people into wax sculptures. But they took that, and then they just injected slasher DNA into it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the gore and everything. Because even kind of like the Jeepers Creepers. Jeepers Creepers is a monster movie, but because of the way that he hunts and what he does...
There is slasher elements.
There's slasher injected.
It's because even from, you have all of these... from the 80s, into the 90s, but the resurgence in the late 90s of the slasher genre, because Scream, I Know What You Did Last Summer, Urban Legends, you can kind of put Final Destination around in that area.
Same, because
franchise.
Well, but it has that slasher DNA to it. They kind of, they humanize and personify death almost as a person.
Yeah, yes, yeah. The resurgence of Chucky at that time as well.
Yeah.
I mean, during that, it was a perfect time for Freddy versus Jason to come out. What?
That's that one line in that movie.
And Freddy, oh yeah.
I bring that up to everyone. Anyone that will listen to me talk about that, I bring that up because I'm like, okay, you could be a child murderer or a racist. You can't be both.
You can very easily be both, but
sir, you need to calm down.
Kind of going back. So I'm still kind of wrapping back up to iconic scenes in Halloween, because I think one of the most iconic scenes is that fight back that Laurie has while in the closet.
Mm-hmm.
And it is really I say that entire sequence of Michael chasing her is really, really tense, especially when she's sitting there and after she, the tombstone of his dead sister on the bed, and it's Annie sprawled out, and then Bill.
I think did I out loud go, that's fucked up.
Yeah, because it's super in. And then right there you see dude, Michael has some kind of motivation here, actually.
Yeah, but what the fuck is it?
Exactly, right? It's terrifying to not fully know.
No, what is his deal?
And then Laurie is hiding by the door, the blackness door, and you just and then you just slightly see the face become
See, it's like stuff like that. Like if it was a little more subtle, like that one was cool. But
and then her with him just tearing apart the closet in the music. Dun, 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 dun. I'm doing a bad version of it, but then she stabs him with the clothes hanger, drops the knife, stabs him with the knife. It's like that fight that the final girl has, like establishing that big thing.
Well, that's the only thing though too, is Michael's strength is to me greatly inconsistent.
It very much is, yeah.
Like that closet door should not have been an issue. You can pick up a full-grown 18-year-old.
He put his hand through a door.
He open palm broke a car window door.
Yeah.
Bonk. It just popped open. Like, huh? But he can't open up a closet.
The blinds there was too many blinds. He was like,
this is too many things. I was like,
I can only do one object at a time. What is this? What is all these sticks?
All these little pieces.
Gotta take them all down one at a time.
I like that. Michael's weakness is he can only break something one at a time.
One object at a time.
Yeah, because
if it's multiple, if it looks like it is a door, but it's got multiple blinds.
He can't understand. He doesn't understand the concept. It's not even that. It's not even like some supernatural thing. He just can't wrap his head around.
God damn it! Got it. It's like a vampire that's obsessed with picking up everything. Seeds on the ground.
1, 2, 3. Well, yeah, because I just thought that was the first thing I noticed. Because and it was really early on too, because I was just like, who can just open palm pop a window off of a door, like a car door?
Maybe those 1970s windows aren't as strong as they are today.
I think if anything, they're giant metal death traps in 1978.
Yeah, but the glass is probably not as reinforced.
I have no idea. But
I would actually assume the glass is actually very, very brittle and a lot more dangerous.
I would think it would be very, very thick and dangerous.
Like more reinforced?
No, just thicker
glass?
Just thick glass. I don't know. I
don't know.
I wasn't even a thought in 1978.
Anywho.
Pop. I thought that was crazy. Because the reason... Okay, I'm sorry. I'm hyperfixating this for a second. The reason that's crazy is that was a decision. It was a decision to do that. Mm-hmm. Not just close fit, and have him swing at the door. They said slap it.
I think it's all of that sense of that alone, being able to shatter a glass door is more terrifying.
Yeah, I know, but it just creates inconsistencies with the strength going forward.
The only thing that I can think of that's like really inconsistent is him struggling with that closet door, which is him kind of more just flailing through and just like struggling to flail as opposed to
I was thinking about like when he was
open.
Killing Annie in the car. It's like if he's that strong, he
would break her neck
like that. But then it's like, well, he's a predator, so he's probably enjoying some aspect of the struggle. Mm-hmm. So I was like, as I'm saying, I was like, maybe that's not inconsistency. That's a serial killer choice.
Because he did like he killed that dog. He killed 2 dogs in this film.
Well,
that we know. One for sure. The other one could have been a skunk.
Ate it. I like how that was just kind of thrown in there. Okay, what do you? It's kind of like the way they're talking about it. You must have gotten hungry. It's still warm. You're like, who are you people?
1978. Dogs aren't part of the family like that.
No, but I don't give a shit.
At this point, people don't believe there's a dog heaven. I don't know.
I don't give a shit. The dude ate a dog. And I mean, I know there's part of the world that eat dog. I'm not saying that. I'm saying in this abandoned house, he got his hands on the dog. I'm assuming there's no kid. He didn't cook it. He bare hand ripped apart a dog and ate it. And we're all pretty okay with that.
I don't think okay is the right word.
No, but they weren't reacting the way I felt like they should be. I don't care if it's not. I don't care if it's not your dog. You should react a little bit to anything. You walk into any room and something is just dead and clearly been eaten by a human raw. You should have more of a reaction.
That's it's interesting to think of did he eat it raw or did he somehow cook it? Because
it feels raw.
Feels raw.
Yeah, because of where it was.
That's a good movie. Horror movie.
Raw?
Yeah.
That one's good.
Yeah.
That is a cool one. I forgot about that movie. That was good. And Contagion.
Man, I really distracted you there.
I really want to watch Contagion again.
I don't know if I remember that one.
It's like a zombie STD.
Yeah, I mean I know.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know if I saw it actually.
That movie's so gross.
I think I get that one confused with Quarantine. in the hospital.
Oh, is the quarantine the found footage one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The news broadcast. Yeah.
You know me, I avoid that shit.
I like to watch it all.
Sparkle was just watching Cloverfield Lane. That'd be fun to rewatch.
Oh, with Mary Elizabeth Winstead and John Goodman.
Yeah. Just John Goodman in general.
Yeah.
As a bad guy, you know.
You want to talk more about the raw dog? Because I completely cut you off.
And then I went over there.
Yeah.
I just thought that I thought that was an odd move because it's like it's a shock value thing for more of Michael's like character development to make him the monster that he is, but it's so from everything that we kind of know.
Yeah.
That's very Hills Have Eyes kind of behavior, and he doesn't really act like that because, like, you know, the Hills Have Eyes people are survivors. They're in this very hostile environment and are mutated and whatever, you know, like, so it's like a lot of their, you know, their actions fit in this hostile desert environment where they're eating whatever they can get their hands on, and you know, but like that felt, I don't know, that just felt very out of character for what Michael does.
Well, yeah, I mean, also you got to think this is the first one. There are going to be some things that are going to be just kind of like, let's kind of forget about that one.
Well, it's just kind of like watching the first one too. It's just so weird to me that I've seen all of the newer ones, but had never seen the original one. But I just knew enough.
Man. You've never even seen like Halloween H2O or Resurrections
that's what Jamie Lee Curtis is back again.
Yeah,
right? I'd watch that one. That one feels.
I think so if I remember correctly, for the timeline of the Halloween movies, because you have Halloween 1 and Halloween 2, which are both John Carpenter. And Halloween 2 takes place directly after
November 1st.
It's on November 1st. It's Laurie in the hospital. It's Michael stalking her, just trying to get her, and Loomis trying to figure out where the fuck Michael went.
Does it?
You might actually kind of enjoy it.
Does it technically end 1 and 2 and then it's done?
Yes.
Okay. I want to watch the second one because I want to finish it.
It's supposed to be the conclusion.
Okay. Cool.
It's what John Carpenter wanted the conclusion of it to be.
So I want to watch the second one just for my own horror movie knowledge.
Halloween 3 Season of the Witch is Aliens.
Really want to watch that. That sounds awesome. That sounds awesome.
The weirdest part about for Season of the Witch is our main character is like this like 1950 something guy who gets a 19-year-old girl to fall in love with him somehow.
Cool guy.
Real gross. Yeah. And then we have Halloween 4, The Revenge of Michael Myers.
Okay.
That's where we get introduced to, I want to say Annie. No, I don't think that's right. But it's
Cliff Notes.
Laurie Strode's, like, you find out she's adopted and this is like her like niece or something. It's like, and then it's Michael having this weird psychic connection with his niece, which continues into 5, The Curse of Michael Myers. Okay. Or maybe it's The Return of Michael Myers. And then there's 6, which I think is what one has Paul Rudd in it, and that's Curse of Michael Myers. But yeah, there's like up to Halloween 6.
Okay.
And then it stops, and then we have H2O.
Okay.
Halloween 20 years later, released in 1998, where it just retcons 4, 5, and 6, and picks up as the sequel to Halloween 2. So it's 20 years later after Laurie Strode's attack.
So the second one never happened.
No, the second one did.
So 1, 2, and then H2O.
And then H2O, Halloween 20 years later.
So does H2O have anything to do with the 3 that came out?
I'm getting there.
Okay.
So we have
H2O. I jumped ahead.
We have H2O, and that one is not very good, but a fun for I can't remember. I don't think it is Carpenter. Maybe he produced it, or helped produce it. And then we have Resurrections, which stars Coolio, and that one is really, really bad. And then there might have been another one after that. I don't think there was. And then and it was 2018 is when it came out, actually, I found out. I thought it was...
Yeah, the last one was 22.
Yeah, okay. I thought it was shut down. I guess it was the second one was shut down, I'm guessing. In 2018, Halloween happens from... I forget the filmmakers. I'm already forgetting. They did the VHS tape, the VHS film series. And it is retconning 2 forward. So it is just... the first movie happened. No sequel.
No 2.
No 2.
So, okay. It's okay. And then you didn't even bring up the Rob Zombie ones.
Because those aren't in the timeline.
Oh, well, okay. That's why.
Those are alternate timeline.
That's why I felt okay about it. Because I have seen 1 and 2 of Zombies. I like those.
And I guess and here's the controversy.
So I guess I've seen them.
The controversy of I don't remember the second Halloween for Rob Zombie's second Halloween because I don't think it really even.
I think the controversy is they made her his sister, right?
Something like that.
Laurie and Judith are the same person,
which is taking the elements of 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah,
and because that's what it is. Is that Laurie Strode is adopted.
Yeah, they just streamlined the process, and
Laurie
that's why
Strode
Michael
is adopted, and she's the younger sister to Michael Myers,
and that's why Michael is obsessed with her. And it was to make it because because in this it's just kind of a bad wrong place, wrong time obsession thing.
Yeah,
this gives an actual lifeline to why is Michael so obsessed with this person.
Yeah,
it gives him a little more motive, basically.
And in the Rob Zombie ones, I think a lot of people, because what Rob Zombie did is he turned it into it over the top slasher gore.
Well, like
what Zombie does, like House of Thousand Corpses, you know? And I think that's what people had problem with is because the OG Halloween it was more about the premise, not the premise, but the physicality of Michael Myers, like
the thriller,
the
thriller, but the
suspense of it all.
But I remember
there's no suspense in
I remember
there
being there suspense. You have to rewatch them. I haven't watched them in forever.
I'd be
like no one's weirdly the Rob Zombie ones, and maybe I'm gonna say this and then you let me know. The Rob Zombie ones feel more like the originals going into the 3 new ones that came out. Like you know what I mean? Like his 2 connected to those 3 just line up better in the style that they are because of the fact that they are so gory and over the top now. Yeah. Like that whole teeth thing. Yeah. Sounds like a Rob Zombie move. It isn't. That's in the newer ones. That's not that sounds like that would be in the Rob Zombie one. It's not. So just those vibes.
I get it.
Yeah. I want to see the second of the original. And I do want to rewatch the Rob Zombie ones because I remember seeing those when I was younger and really enjoying those. And now I had completely forgotten until I mentioned it. That's why I felt I knew the story well enough. And
because and that's the thing. And
it's close enough.
I feel like we can end this episode kind of on this thought and note here. Is these slasher films have become so culturally iconic that you know who these characters are without even seeing the film.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know? And that's like a really big thing is that they're kind of like bringing up at the beginning of Scream with let's play a game or not. That's Saw. But like,
let's play a game.
Yeah. You know, and he's like, what's your favorite scary movie?
What's your favorite color?
Yeah. And you have Drew Barrymore's character doing what every teenager does at that time is like, you know, especially at, you know, horror movies are like the cool thing, you know, that you act like you've seen them all because you know who the characters are.
Yeah.
So when he's like, who's the killer of the first Friday the 13th? And she's like, Jason, I've seen that movie 20 fucking times. And he's like, well, then you'd know that it wasn't. It was Mrs. Voorhees was the killer in the first movie. Jason doesn't come into the sequel.
Yeah.
You know? And things like that, you know, it's like little nuances that you don't know unless you have seen them all. But you say Friday the 13th, you think Jason Voorhees.
Well, because he has fucking 10 movies.
Yeah. 9, 10, 11, 12.
Jason in Space.
Jason X. Yeah, that was a fun one, actually.
I remember when I saw it.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then you say like Halloween franchise, people are like, oh yeah, Michael Myers, Child's Play, Chucky. You say Freddy, you think The Nightmare, you know, Scream, Ghostface, now Terrifier, Art, Poltergeist, Ghosts, Exorcist, The Devil. Amityville Horror, Spooky House.
Are we going to rate Halloween?
Yeah, do you want to?
Sure. You I don't know. Yeah, I think you have more appreciation for it.
I do. I mean, I'd give it a 4.
Okay.
Like, because of like
what I wanted to give it a 3. Do you want to be in the middle? 3.5?
Like, in a retrospective, yeah, I can definitely meet on a 3.5.
Okay.
Because in retrospective, it is I wouldn't share this with someone that I wouldn't want to watch this with someone that I don't think can appreciate the history of horror films. Does that make sense?
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm crashing here. I gotta go.
We're getting there, yeah.
Do we know what we're doing next?
Not 100%. We still need to kind of solidify all that.
Okay. Well, so that was a little conversation about Halloween.
Yeah.
And slasher movies and horror. We did end up giving the original Halloween a 3.5 out of 5.
I think it's fitting.
I think so.
Yeah. I mean, the hardest thing with it being with its age is the sound mixing is really, really rough.
It's really rough.
But I mean, you could fucking see everything, unlike Wolfman.
Yeah.
Well, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Be safe out there. Hope you have a wonderful... It's on Friday, so that's crazy. That's cool. I hope there's a bunch of cool events that you're all going to go to. I'm working.
Wonder if you guys are going to listen to this on Halloween or the day after Halloween.
But we hope you have a happy and safe Halloween.
Or
Please
had one. Yes.
Oh, we didn't do our connector.
Oh, yeah.
Charlie's Theon to Dave Patel.
Dev Patel?
Dev Patel, what'd I say?
Dave?
Oh, that's not his name at all. Does that sound good? Or
Charlize Theron to...
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
All right.
I like that one.
That's going to be our next connection. So go ahead and play along if you'd like. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. On there are all of our promos to see what's coming up next. On those promos is our link tree where you can find where we put all of our episodes, whether it be Apple, Spotify, YouTube, so on and so forth. Thank you for listening. Happy spooky season.
Woo!
This is Tommy.
It's Jacob.
This is Tommy and Jacob's
Mixtape.